In this video, we are going to be analysing FedEx, ticker FDX. So to get straight into it, what are going to be key support levels? And usually we start with the resistances, but this stock is selling off so sharply. We're down 22% on the day, and really in time would expect a continuation down to at least our next support level, which would take us to $44 and $46, which would be our fourth deviation on both the 6-month and the 1-year chart. Now, why do I think it's going to continue down? So firstly, if you go into a longer term time frame, so this is a chart since IPO, a monthly chart since IPO, what we can see, and if we quickly clear the levels we just plotted, there is one key thing that hasn't been filled, and this was the gap created at $140 in around June of 2020. So really, in time, we would expect this gap to be filled. Again, we always say we expect gaps to get filled, and seeing this is the only very noticeable one on a longer term time frame, this is where in time we would expect the stock to move. So again, 140, 144 and 146 are going to be key support levels. If we can push down to those levels, I will personally start being long bias on the stock and will actually be buying into this stock. But as of right now, I don't actually own any shares or options in FedEx. Now onto the other side, what are going to be key resistance levels on FedEx? As of right now, our closest resistance levels are $161 and $163, which is our third deviation on both the 6-month and the 1-year chart. We see we came to retest that third deviation, and this is why we continued the sell-off. And now, again, more than likely, if you're looking at it more on an intraday basis, this was the key. The fail of this level on the retest kind of basically just says we are going to fall down to that next support level at a minimum in time of probably 150, because that is a key psychological level. But if we can break that, 146, 144, and then 140. But if we weren't going even further off resistances, we would be paying attention to the 178 and the 180 level. And if we can break that, then we're looking at the 195 and the 197 levels. Now, obviously, do note as well, coming into these levels, you will also have the gap fill, most likely in time when we start pushing back up at 205, which was obviously the gap fill that was created yesterday. So those would be really the key focus. Obviously, we do have good resistances going higher, but once FedEx comes back to that 200 level, we would just make a new video on it, because those levels will most likely change by the time FedEx gets back to a $200. But as of right now, what I think is going to happen on FedEx is we failed this retest, so more than likely we will continue down to at least 150, so we'll break the intraday low, go down to 150. We most likely will get some sort of a bounce here, but more than likely break through it, go to the 146 at a minimum. That's really my most likely target of hitting, but really I do think we can push it all the way down to 140 just to fill the gap. The markets like to fill gaps, and this is a very noticeable one, just going back as little as 2 years. So that could be my outlook on FedEx. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not drop a like and subscribe, and check out this analysis video here.